Starting your lock or natural hair journey is oh so rewarding, but can be extremely stressful when you start to consider what products to use. If that's you, then look no further. Locklicious is a Black-owned company that has created an all-natural product line for locked and loose natural crowns. The Locklicious team works hard to ensure that their products are free of parabens, phthalates, sulfates, PEG, synthetics, and other toxic chemicals you find in other products. Best of all, the products are lightweight and will not leave residue or cause buildup. Go to locklicious.com to start treating your crown like royalty.
Hello everyone, it's me, Demetra Kaye of the Demetra Kaye Show here on YouTube and a proud contributor of the African Diaspora News Channel. If you could please do me a favor and subscribe to all channels and like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. So just the other night, the Grammys held their 64th celebration where they celebrated all types of music artists and anybody who's basically made an album for the previous year. Okay, so within the award ceremony, comedian C.K. Louis won for Best Comedic Album of the Year, where it's titled Sincerely C.K. Now, within that album, they say that it was a stand-up, I guess he did, and turned it to an album. He talked about him getting in trouble 5 years ago for being accused of being sexually inappropriate to at least 5 women. Some of them said that they went into his, hotel room at certain times and he did some pretty disgusting things. And in fact, during that time, he admitted it by saying the following: "The hardest regret to live with is what you've done to hurt someone else, and I can hardly wrap my head around the scope of hurt I brought on them. I have spent my long and lucky career talking and saying anything I want. I will now step back and take a long time to listen." So he admitted that he was a gross individual doing some pretty nasty things in the presence of women who did not ask him to do that. Okay, and so I want to know this. Where is all the smoke for CK in that, he admitted to doing it? Y'all remember back then too, Me Too, which is partially who targeted him, was going after everybody they can think of to say, hey, they did this and that and the other to me. And specifically, Bill Cosby was one of the first casualties, if you will, of the Me Too movement, where he was accused of being sexually inappropriate with a bunch of women. And in fact, he was sent to prison due to being found guilty to doing something to Andrea Constand. Anyway, you guys know that he's out because his constitutional rights were violated. Okay, now picture this. Imagine if Bill Cosby would have said, okay, let me go on and just do a stand-up show and turn it into an album, and then it get nominated for a Grammy and he wins. Can you imagine? People will be calling for his head on a silver platter if he was even just nominated, right? So I looked to see if CK was trending at all, and he was not trending, like nowhere. Now, it was a couple of women, I guess one of them who said that he did something to her, or in front of her rather, that was inappropriate. She said it's not fair and all that other stuff. But other than that, it was no big old to-do about CK being nominated or anything like that. Now, you guys also may remember that Kanye West was uninvited to the Grammys to perform due to him harassing his ex-wife Kim Kardashian on Instagram and making a video about her new boyfriend Pete Davidson and all of that. Now, there's plenty of smoke for Kanye, but none for CK. Y'all also may remember in 2011 during an HBO special called Talking Funny that featured that of Jerry Seinfeld, Ricky Gervais, Chris Rock, and C.K. Louis, when they were talking, about black people, just kind of in a general sense, and the conversation went like this. So it says the video clip joins the conversation with CK saying, when a black guy gets rich, it's a countdown to when he's poor again. Everyone starts laughing, and Rock refers to CK, who wrote and directed Rock in 2001's Pootie Tang, as the blackest white guy I effing know. He continues to say, and all the negative things we think about black people, this effort before CK interrupts, you're saying I'm an N-word. So basically CK Louis was saying, so you're saying I'm an N-word? And it's kind of like laughing about it. And then Chris Rock responds, you're the nicest effing white man I ever met, while Ricky Gervais can be heard in the background cracking up. So they thought it was funny, hee ha ha and all that CK Louis used the N-word and Chris Rock didn't check him. But I should say that Jerry Seinfeld was like, listen, I'm not on board with none of this. I think it's inappropriate, and I will never say it. I've never said it and all that other stuff. So, Jerry Seinfeld was like, nah, I'm not involved in all of this. So anyway, where's the smoke for C.K. Lewis when he was freely using the N-word? Why aren't people mad about that? But you're mad about it when black people do it. And I'm speaking to black people as well. We get mad and, want to crucify our own people, for being in trouble for one thing or another. But C.K. Lewis is rolling around here with Grammys. Now, he didn't show up, but he still got it. And so the Academy, the Recording Academy, the Grammys, said this in regards to what they will and will not allow. What we will control is our stages, our shows, our events, our red carpets. We'll take a look at anyone who is asking to be a part of that, asking to be in attendance, and we'll make our decision at that point. But we're not going to be in the business of restricting people from submitting their work for our voters to decide on. So basically they're saying, y'all can't tell us what to do in regards to C.K. Lewis or anybody else, but it's funny that they uninvited Kanye, though. So if he's white, he's right. And if he says and does things that's inappropriate, yeah, we'll let him cool off for a little bit, but he's going to be back, right? And, the Oscars is guilty of that as well, especially with Roman Polanski, who was accused of, not even accused, but he was found guilty of raping a 13-year-old back in the 70s. He fled and all of that and been making movies ever since and winning Oscars, but I guess if you're white, you're all right. But if you're black, you ain't gonna never come back. So anyway, y'all, for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.
Hello, everyone. Please make sure you subscribe to the African Diaspora News Channel app on these platforms.